Hi, welcome to another episode of Amputee Outdoors. I'm your host Glenn. I'm here with my friend Vic Cohen, and it's the Pacific Northwest and it's spring, which means it's raining.
Oh yeah.
It is raining hard, isn't it?
That is, it is.
It is pouring it down. We've got tarps set up all over the place and everything. And I've of course set up my hammock with my tarp, or my rainfly. And what Vic has done, he set up himself his brand new Tentsile UNA, the one-person, three-tree setup. Now, we don't have any trees here. We've got these 4x4s that we've got set up for this awning thing they have here, okay? Now, we've followed the instructions, we've got the video, and we've set it up as best we can, but of course, I think there's a few things we've not quite figured out, right?
That's true, yeah.
So tell us about this Tentsile UNA and what your impressions are and what your questions are.
You know what, I'm going to start with the out-of-box impressions. First part of what we did was a lot of learning curve. I don't know that, personally, I don't work well with written instructions. I like seeing videos. I came out here with the written instructions, spent some time trying to get this set up. I don't know that we did it right the first time. We probably took an hour longer than we needed to. So
it was a learning experience.
My first advice is try it out at home. Since we're car camping, we had all the luxury of having redundancy, so if it didn't work, it didn't work. But I will say, I want to balance that with the best night's sleep, at least the most comfortable night's sleep I've had while camping. I love the way the UNA supports the back, as opposed to obviously a traditional tent where you're sleeping on the ground and you have those pain points, or even your traditional hammock where your back is bending through the night. I woke up feeling like everything still works, and as you get older, those things happen. I'll tell you a couple of things about it that I thought were really helpful. One is, as we were going through the setup, the apparatus, I recommend, by the way, watch the video on YouTube on setting up a Tentsile UNA. The apparatus is, while not intuitive to us, it was certainly something where it's effective. Once we got things right, the ability to get a very taut foundation for the tent was definitely within our means. So this is set up, this portion of the tent is set up great. Last night, what I learned is I set up the rainfly rod, which meant I woke up with a little bit of water. Submarine captain, it happened. We reworked the rainfly, paying careful attention to make sure that we, tighten things up. We fastened it to the ground instead of earlier it was fastened to some posts, so there's less opportunity for water to get up inside of it. And I guess, short answer to that is, once we figured it out, it just seems like a really cool apparatus. There's the learning.
So the one thing about the UNA that I noticed is it assumes that you've got a branch above you to attach the tarp to keep the tarp from, laying down onto the bug net of the UNA itself. Now, in some parts of the country, having a branch above you is something that's there, it's convenient, it's easy to get to. Here in the Pacific Northwest, a lot of the times, those branches are a good 20, 30 feet up, and even if you can get them, they're doing this, and when you attach them to them, they fold and bend down like this. They don't give you a lot of, tension with them. So that's one thing that for the UNA may or may not work depending upon your situation. And there's a certain amount of engineering that goes into this. This is not just put your tent to the ground. You've got your ratchet here, you've got your tiles here, you've got to make sure you tie a good knot, and there is a learning experience. Now, I know for a lot of folks, that's intimidating. But if that's not intimidating to you, like for a lot of us, it's like, oh hey, cool, new things to play with, some engineering to do, excellent, let me tinker, right? This is probably a really, really good option. And I got to admit, when I saw Vic testing it out when he was laying in it, I was kind of envious because it did look, you've got this nice flat, even level that you're laying on. It looked really comfortable, and your testimony to that is good.
Absolutely, absolutely. My back is telling me it worked out better than usual. Yeah, so there are a couple of things. There are parts I think that aren't necessarily intuitive, so for as much instruction as we can give in the next maybe minute or so, there are aspects of, for example, you've got these hooks that seem like they would do something, perhaps they're to keep your sleeping bag or mat hooked up, but I couldn't figure out what they were for. I actually thought I needed to use them. It wasn't in the instructions, so it confused me a bit. I do think that the apparatus to hook, not the apparatus necessarily, but the hooking the bungees up to be able to get the rainfly to stay took a little bit of experimentation. It's really just like wrapping it around and tightening it off. So there are no hooks, nothing to put it into. You just wrap it around the strap itself, right? So that all makes sense. But if you're used to tents where everything has a slot to go and it's kind of automatic, those aren't necessarily there. You have to think about where you want to put it.
Right. All right, so I'm betting right now there's people watching this video and they're saying to themselves, I've done this before, I know what to do. Comment section, comment section, comment section. If you've got some idea, and to tell you what, if you're from Tentsile, the company that makes this, and you've got some pointers that you can give to us, please put them in the comment section as well. We'd really like to incorporate that so Vic can do this even better next time. And I'm very, very curious about these as well. I'd like to try them out sometime myself. But I would like to know a few more things about setting them up so I don't flounder around like a fool and end up damp in the middle of the night, because it's the Pacific Northwest and it rains. All right?
Great.
So yeah, give us the comment section. This video has been useful or interesting to you. Give us a thumbs up. And of course, you've got the subscribe button, which will be in one of these corners here. Make sure you click on that to subscribe to see more great videos. I would just like to say this past week I got to my 200th subscriber, which doesn't seem like a lot, but for me, hey, that's pretty darn impressive, and I'm happy about it. So thank you to everybody that has subscribed to Amputee Outdoors. See you out on the trails, hopefully staying warm and dry. Mostly dry.
Yeah.